Hi, I will be doing distant angelic Reiki healing today. I have my beautiful rose quartz crystal, so I will be clearing the energies and transmuting any negative, dark energies, transmute them. There's nothing wrong in one sense with dark energies to an extent because they connect obviously with shadow work, you know. So it's quite strange actually that I just say that because I feel that this is what happened when I was doing card of the day earlier, that my guides want me to talk about shadow work. And also when I say like clearing the energies, any dark sort of like negative energies, and then I just got a vision of like shadow work. So I want to say a bit about shadow work because I don't think I've done a video about shadow work actually. No, I don't think I have. Shadow work. I do shadow work quite often actually. I feel it's really important to do shadow work, and we've all got negative traits or dark sort of aspects within ourselves, and there wouldn't be any light without dark and dark without light kind of thing. So it's all in balance really. But when we experience certain things that happen in our lives that bring out the dark side of us, it can be really challenging not to allow the dark energies to overpower us, but to acknowledge them and try and heal them, if that makes sense. I know from personal experience, I started my shadow work 9 years ago, and it was quite a challenging time, to a point where I was tested. I was tested. I remember going for a reading with a lady called Donna Maxine, and she said to me, Lou, you passed one of the most difficult tests that will happen in your life. And it's only when I went home and thought about it that she was right, because it was a test. It was a shadow work test, not to act on certain energies of how I was feeling, very angry at the time, very hurt, lost, yeah, I'm trying to think of words actually, really. Excuse me. Because sometimes putting things into words doesn't work with emotions. Do you know what I mean? It's like using words to try and explain some situations is quite difficult to find the right words to say. But I was definitely tested. And I had a choice to act upon my shadow side to a point where I literally felt I was being brought down to my knees, you know. And it was quite a dark time, I'm not gonna lie. It was, yeah, it was quite a dark time. And sometimes when people act upon dark things that happen in their life, it can have consequences that it can be very hard to come back from. Yeah. I've known actually some things that have happened in people's lives, and they allowed the shadow side to take over them, and their life wasn't the same, and it will never be the same. I'll maybe do a video about that one day. I do need to get on my laptop actually and start writing my book again. Because there are some really difficult experiences that people go through in their life where they don't come back from. Yeah, and it's quite sad actually. It's quite sad when that happens to someone. And as I say, I had a choice basically, and luckily I had some lovely friends around me. And I started off at a mediumship group, and then I went to another mediumship group, and then I did Angelic Reiki and, you know, all my other stuff. But I was really blessed. I was really lucky because yeah, some people aren't so lucky, you know. Some people aren't. They aren't so lucky when that shadow side overpowers them, and it can be a really difficult time, and it like they don't come back from it. They're still alive, but they don't come back. And it's like they can't return to society. They can't. They can't. So, and that's really sad. Yeah. Anyway, when I was doing my video earlier, I was guided to do distant angelic Reiki healing, connecting with forgiveness, but it kind of started yesterday. I booked a body balance class in the evening, and I'm glad I did, because the lady, she's always really booked up, you know, she's really popular, and there was one space left, and I thought, do you know what, I'm going to go for it. So I got there, and it was absolutely amazing. I cleared some energies that I feel I was maybe holding on to as well, that we all do, and certain situations I was a bit miffed about, to do with all sorts of things. And in my mind, when I was doing my class, was forgiveness for the people that have done me wrong, you know, in my life. Yeah, it was quite an interesting class actually. And then I was reminded when I was doing my video earlier to do distant angelic Reiki healing for forgiveness. But it's just interesting. I go to a class and then that comes up, really. Oh, excuse me. My throat is acting up a little bit as well, so I'll try and do this video as much as I can. I can feel it like at the back of my throat, but I just feel like I cleared something there in my chest. But it's interesting, as I say, to have something like that come up when I'm doing my body balance, which is a mixture of Tai Chi, yoga as well, meditation. It's incredible. I was so glad I went. But it's not so much that the forgiveness of what, you know, it's okay, like, oh yeah, that's all right, you can do, you know, what you like, I forgive you, and then, you know, sort of stuff. And some people think it's all right to just, like, you know, muck around again and stuff, and it's like, no, no, it's forgiveness for your own heart. Maybe it's forgiveness for yourself, because we make decisions in life, and sometimes we can look back and go, I wish I did this, I wish I did that. But I feel that we make the decisions that we do at the time, and everything's learning. It's a learning connections in our lives as well. But also the people have a role to play. I just, like, in my mind, that just came up in my mind, a role to play. So in our lives, so even though that someone's done us wrong, you know, really screwed us over, and I can relate to that one, it's a time to let it go now, because we store a lot of stuff in the body, like anger, resentment, trauma, all sorts of things. And that's when disease happens, you know. Cancer. Okay, let's talk about cancer. Cancer's just come into my mind. Apparently that's connected to unresolved anger. And one of the reasons of healing my family line is, on my father's side, a lot of my ancestors passed away, and the diagnosis was cancer for, like, all of them on my dad's side, male and female. So with me being curious who I am, and I was like, why is that? Why is that? So yeah. And that was also that made me think about with healing my ancestral family line, because my dad's passed away now, bless him. And how the industry is, actually, how the cancer industry is I don't even know, like, worth billions, I suppose. But that just made me question. I was like, well, why have they all... It's different types of cancer. Lung cancer, bowel cancer. My dad had all types of cancer. I think he had cancer about 5 times. So I think my nan and granddad, they both had lung cancer. The diagnosis was lung cancer. I think my auntie, lung cancer, and my other one, as well. My other auntie. But my dad, I think he had like cancer of the lymph nodes, bowel cancer. Um, yeah. So that's what I'm kind of connecting with as well. It's just strange that that just pops into my head. Um, as I'm talking actually about healing as well. Um, in that respect. So maybe that's, there's a reason that I find that there's always a reason for everything. Um, so, yeah, that's what made me question, actually, to do on my dad's side. Um, why they all had a diagnosis of cancer, like the family line, my granddad, my nan, my two uncles, my two aunties, and my dad. Um, and anyone knows I'm a curious person anyway. So, and I think it was when I read Louise Hay's book, that's what it was, How to Heal Your Life. And it says in there that cancer is connected to undissolved anger. So that's what I'm saying about when certain things happen in our lives and they really test us. Yeah. I remember for me when I was going through my stuff that my heart just wouldn't stop hurting. And my solar plexus, I remember laying on my bed once and my solar plexus felt like it was on fire, Um, and that was because obviously my body as well reacting to what was going on, in regards to obviously with certain situations that happened in my life. So I think that's what with my guides of talking about that, how certain situations affect us and stress in our body, and obviously how they appear in the body, if that makes sense, I think. Yeah. But it's just, it's just one of those things, I suppose, that I think about cancer, because it was obviously that connection to do with my family line. So I'm not necessarily obviously with basing this video only on that, but how things manifest in the body, I think. Yeah. Anyway, I have my beautiful rose quartz crystal. If you don't have a rose quartz crystal, you can use any crystal you like. But I'm going to be doing some distant angelic Reiki healing. But this is, I know I've talked about certain aspects to do with the body and what have you, but this is connecting with forgiveness. So it could be forgiving yourself, family members, relationships, to do with childhood. It could be absolutely anything. Only you know how this will connect with you. Yeah, I just feel like I've been guided to do it. So, okay. When you are ready, take a deep breath in and out. And just connect with beautiful, distant, angelic Reiki healing. When you are ready, take another deep breath in and out. And if there is anything that is no longer serving you, just let it go with your breath. Just let it go. And breathe in some goodness for yourself. When you are ready, take another deep breath in and out. You can close your eyes or keep your eyes open. I like to close my eyes. When you are ready, take another deep breath in. And this time, really release anything that no longer serves you, so you can bring in fresh, new, vibrant energy into your body and into your life. And out. When you are ready, take another deep breath in and out. Absolutely beautiful. The power of the breath is absolutely magical. I'm going to do a card pull. And my guides were like, because I was thinking, you know, what card should I connect with? And they're like angels and ancestors, like straight away. And I was like, oh, okay then. As if I didn't know, you know, obviously that's why they wanted me to talk about ancestors and angels and guides and everything around us. And obviously I was guided to do this. And yeah. Oh, there's two that's come out. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, so the first card is Moon. Take note of intuitive messages. Wow. That's absolutely beautiful. Do you know, after my class yesterday, I looked up at the moon just as I got out of my car. And the moon looked incredible. It's like a crescent moon. It was just, oh, it was just absolutely magical. The other card is Medicine Guardian. Be open to healing information. Wow. I might have a look at the book actually with these two because I'm just curious. Yeah. Let's have a look. I love it how I'm guided to do these videos, you know. Like straight away of like what crystal to connect with, the cards, everything. I just love it. Use your intuition, practice discernment, see through illusions and blockages. The moon is strongly associated with the divine feminine and the energy of receiving. If the sun is God, the moon is goddess. So she offers a powerful energy of polarity and balance. She has a cyclic energy and is therefore strongly connected to emotions, which often come and go in waves, and to somewhat interesting behaviour. So when the moon appears in a reading, you are often being told that not everything is as it seems. The moon has a dark side, just dark, not negative, and can show you what you've been kept in the dark about. Ooh, now that's interesting, isn't it? Wow, okay, let's have a look at the other one. Medicine Guardian. Let's see. I've actually got my cat sitting behind me as well, so there's some beautiful cat energies going on. Yeah, she just didn't want to move. My other cat moved, like when I was getting myself organised, but she's like, no, I'm not moving. So I've got some gorgeous cat energies going on today. Okay, nearly there. Oh, there we go. Listen to what is coming up within you and what is being shared with you by trustworthy others in your life. Pay attention to healing information. Healing angels can help you heal emotionally, spiritually, and physically with their energy. But they can also direct you towards information that will help you return to wholeness. When this card appears, information is being revealed that can help heal an aspect of your current situation, whether that be your health, relationships, or even career, so be alert for this. The Medicine Guardian has a Cadeus, is that Cadeus, is that? Healing wand, which represents the capacity to heal with the power of will and desire, and a chalice, which represents returning to a state of wholeness, a state where your cup is no longer full but overflowing with goodness. The emerald colour of the card represents the healing rays of Archangel Raphael and his healing angels. Oh, I love that. Absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to finish with some more distant angelic Reiki healing. So when you are ready, take a deep breath in and out. Just release anything that no longer serves you. Just so you can allow beautiful, fresh, vibrant energy to connect with your mind, body, soul and spirit. When you are ready, take another deep breath in and out. And I may just do one more. When you are ready, take another deep breath in and out. Absolutely beautiful. So Archangel Raphael may be the angel to connect with. Yeah, absolutely beautiful. Well, I hope you have enjoyed this distant angelic Reiki healing, and I will see you again soon. Look after yourselves.